Chapter 5 is out, and with a new chapter come new settings. No one likes a laggy or a stuttery game. If you're eager to start the new season with smooth gameplay, you're in the right place. Today, we're diving deep into the best Fortnite settings to ensure you have the smoothest gaming experience ahead. So without further ado, let's jump right into it. Okay, so we're gonna be starting with your Fortnite install options. What you wanna do is go to your library and you can see the Fortnite game right here. Press on these three dots right here and press options. Here, you have all the options of what you wanna install. If you don't play Save the World, just uncheck that. High resolution textures, you don't really need this. It's just a lot of disk space occupied for absolutely no reason, so uncheck that please. DirectX 12 shaders. Now, if you're gonna be following all the settings that we're gonna be telling you do not need this. However, if you do want to play with DirectX 12, you need to keep this on. In our case, we don't actually need it because we're going to be playing in performance mode, so you can uncheck it. Now, pre-download streamed assets. This you have to leave checked. So you can go ahead and press apply. This is going to take a minute to do. It shouldn't take too long. And these conclude our Fortnite install options. There are video settings now, so I'm gonna go back to setting, and it's right here, the first one. You want to have this on full screen. I usually have it on window full screen. You will lose performance though because I do a lot of multitasking, but full screen definitely gives you the best quality and FPS and everything. It's definitely better for gameplay. Here, resolution, you want this in your native resolution. Mine is this one, but yours might be 1080p. In my case, it's this one. Just leave it on your native on its resolution. VSync, you want this off. Frame rate limit. So this option, let's say your monitor is 240 hertz, you want to put this on 240 fps. If it's above 240 hertz, you want to put it exactly as to what your refresh rate is. But if your monitor is under 240, so let's say it's 180, you want to put it on 200 fps. If it's 144, you want to put this on 160. So always go one above your monitor's refresh rate except above 240 and just leave it equal as that. Mine is 180, so I'm gonna put this one on 200. Now, rendering mode, we're gonna start with DirectX 11 settings, even though we're gonna change to performance mode later, because for some reason DirectX 11 settings affect your performance mode. It makes absolutely no sense, but you know what, Fortnite doesn't make much sense, so yeah, just leave that on DirectX 11 or 12. But again, if you do have 12, you're gonna go back and you're gonna have to install the DirectX 12 in the install options, but that's up to you. I play on DirectX 11, so I'm gonna leave it like that. We're gonna skip this colorblind settings and we're gonna go to graphics quality presets. You can leave this on custom or put it low. If you change it to low, custom will disappear for some reason. You can never get it back, so whatever, we're gonna go on low now. Go down. Anti-aliasing, you want this off. Temporal super resolution, leave this on. You can't actually change it for some reason, so leave it on recommended. 3D resolution, you want this on 100%. Now every single setting after this is gonna be off, near, low. Advanced graphics, show FPS. I like to see how my PC is performing, so I have this on, but that's a personal choice. It will not affect your FPS whatsoever. It will just tell you what your FPS is, so that's up to you. Use GPU crash debugging. You definitely want this one off because it will definitely affect your PC. Report performance stats, also disable. So you're gonna go ahead and apply everything. So after you're done with your DirectX 11 or 12 settings, you're gonna go here and go back to display. So on rendering mode, you're gonna be changing this to performance. So it was on DirectX 11 and now we're gonna change it to performance and we're gonna press apply. You're gonna have to restart your game, so go ahead and do that. Okay, so you've restarted your game now. You're gonna go back to your settings and now it's on performance mode. So we're gonna scroll down and you're gonna have way less settings to change. So we're gonna get through this really fast. So 3D resolution, 100% always. Lower than that, I don't like it. The game looks kind of weird, so yeah. Nanite virtualized geometry, you want to leave this on off, as literally the game tells you can lower a frame rate, so you definitely want this off. View distance, so this will depend on what you want and what your PC can handle. So if you leave this on near because you have a lower end PC, you want to make sure the meshes are low as well. But if you have a higher end PC, you can go a little bit higher than near. I personally feel like it gives you a little bit of a competitive advantage if you go a little bit up, so I'd like to have mine on far and the meshes on high. Keep in mind that if you have meshes on high and the view distance on near, the meshes are going to be low. No one knows why, but it's just one of them things. It is how it is. So never have a view distance on near or medium if your meshes are on high. This will just cost performance for no reason. If you have near or medium, keep meshes on low. If you have far or epic, you can turn on meshes. So what I personally like for me and what works for my PC isn't the best, but it's not bad. It's like a medium kind of, it's a medium build, I'd say. I have a good CPU, but my GPU is a bit outdated. So I have mine on far and the meshes on high. I don't personally like the mobile meshes that performance mode gives you on low. So I will take a little bit of a performance hit for this, but my game still runs pretty smoothly like this. So yeah, this is what works for me. So you can play around with these settings and see what you prefer. Textures, I'll leave mine on low. This is also, again, you can play with it, but low, I feel like works for everyone. Now, something I forgot to mention before is up here in the graphics. Oh, by the way, they've added this so you can easily go through all the types of settings. So graphics, that's what we were talking about. Colorblind mode. Obviously, if you're colorblind, you need to change this, but if you're not, just leave brightness on 100, use interface contrast. This doesn't affect your gameplay, it's just a lobby thing. Colorblind mode off, and colorblind strength, again, this is just if you have colorblind mode. It's really up to you, these settings. There's no competitive advantage. I remember a few seasons back, it was really important to have colorblind mode to see people in the storm. This is not the case anymore. So it's really up to the fact if you are colorblind or not. So yeah, these are all the settings you need to be adjusting if you want the best performance. You can go ahead and press apply when you're done. Now, I'm sure you've noticed by now that the movement has changed significantly. It has nothing to do with how the movement used to be. And if you're struggling with that and you want the old movement back, these settings can help you a little bit. Obviously, it's not going to be exactly how it was, but these settings will make it feel more like the old game and less with these new like movement that they've added into the game. So the first thing you want to do is go on over to settings. So go to the keyboard symbol right here and you want to go scroll all the way down and you're gonna see here this setting, use custom diagonals. You want to turn this on, and the values you're gonna pick for forward diagonal angle is somewhat around like 67, like something under 70, like 67 is a good choice. And the strafe angle, you want to leave this above the forward diagonal angle but lower than 70. So yeah, I think actually 70 would be probably the best choice. And backward diagonal angle, just leave this as it is. You can go ahead and press apply. Now with these tweaks, the game is going to feel a little bit more smooth and more like the old movement, but it's still very different. Now there's a bug this season, and if your movement is not the way it's supposed to be, even with all the changes, it might be what it's supposed to be due to this bug. So you're going to go on over to keyboard controls and you're going to scroll until you find force walk, toggle, and force walk, hold. You gotta make sure these are unbinded. So just press on this and press apply. This should fix the bug if it's happening for you. So with these changes, hopefully your game feels a little bit better, because not a lot of people are a fan of these new changes. So I hope this helps. Thank you so much for watching, and if you liked the video, don't forget to leave a like and subscribe.